All right. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halayim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak with Dash, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who taught us his truth, honors and salutations to Austin Shayakim, throughout the four corners of the earth, laboring in honesty, sincerity, truth, and sound doctrine. All right, my name is Mark Allah, Ben Gad, Ben Yashala. I'm with the Watchman Philadelphia camp. All right, and Salaki, and also to the Akwathim and to the children that believe on the true names of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer. Okay? And today's been like a real trying spiritual day. Just like every other day. We go through things every day, man. But I just want to speak on things concerning Yasharala because our people tend to uh they want to remember the scriptures about rebuking our people, which yes, that's a part of the doctrine. So this thing is about balance. So you have to be balanced. You have to show love as well as rebuke. And you have to know when to rebuke and when not to rebuke, you know? But it's just all according to the spirit, man. And knowing to give and when not to give, man. This thing is all about balance, man. Okay? So I just want to go into the this chapter. This is the chapter of Saint Matthew, chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 41. It says, and whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain. Verse 42 says, give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn not away. So, Slocky, turn not thou away, man. All right, I'm going to read that again. It says, give to him that asketh thee, and from him, Salakia, that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn not thou away. So this doesn't mean go out there and you know, you see like certain people you see out there, and they far gone, man. Like this area, Kensington and all that. You got people out here shooting up and all that. But hey, man, they might ask, yo, let me borrow. Well, that's the thing they like to say. Let me borrow $5. You know, you got people out here begging. But honestly, man, I'm gonna say this, man. When you actually have certain conversations with these people, man, they really might not be wanting to get high with that money, man. They might very well be wanting to go get something to eat. But that's all a test from who? Y'all bossing me outside because you taking away from a righteous man, you know? That could be your downfall. That could be your conviction. But it's all up to y'all bossing me outside. And I ain't saying go out here and just be passing out money freely. No, I'm not saying that. You know? You can buy food and all that shit, you know? Because at the end, in the end times, man, you know what? Hey, man, y'all bossing me outside might have one of them niggas fighting next to you, and they could get taken out in these race wars and all that. You know, they say one. What it say? It'd be two in the field, one be taken, the other one left. You know, so hey, man, we don't know. Like this thing is a spiritual thing, man. Matter of fact, let's grab for that. It says verse 42 says, give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn not away. So somebody asks you to borrow money, man. They're gonna pay you back. You be like, hey, bro, how much you need? You know, and you give them the money, and this is talking about to Yasser Allah, man. We not because we under curses too, so we not lending money to fucking Esau and shit. You know, this is strictly for brothers, Israel. All right, because you'll have dudes in this truth that be like, yo, he's a 2/3 and this that. You don't know that, my man. You don't know who a 2/3 is. You can look at their actions, but Yahweh Shem Shai at the end of the day has mercy on whom he will. And that's what brothers seem to fail to realize, man. Yahweh Shem Shai has mercy on whom he will. This is his movie, man. We just playing our part in this movie. And these are Yahweh Shai's words. So you better take heed to them. So look, let's go to Deuteronomy 15 and 8. And if I'm saying something wrong, put a comment on the comment board. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I'm not above correction. But if I'm saying anything wrong, correct me. I say 15. Deuteronomy 15 and 8. Come. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15 and 8. And it reads, But thou shalt open thine hand wide unto him, and shalt surely lend him sufficiently for his need, and that which he wanteth, man. So you supposed to lend him sufficiently for his need and that what he wanteth. And the word wanteth basically means going. It means to what he needs. All right. So look, we're gonna go to. I got the my sword at. All right. And we know that this goes off, but in particular, this scripture right here was that Deuteronomy 15 and 8. It says, matter of fact, all right, but I'm gonna go back to verse 7. This is Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 7. It says, If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren. You see that? So if it be one among you, a poor man of one of thy brethren, it says, with any of thy gates, Salakia, within any of thy gates in thy land, which Yahweh Shem Shai thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thy heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother. All right? But thou shalt open thine hand wide unto him, and shalt surely lend him sufficient for his needs in that which he wanteth. So look up the word wanteth, that's chashar. Chashar. It says to lack, be without, decrease, be lacking, have a need. All right? To lack, to be lacking, to diminish, man. So if you have a lack of something, all right, meaning you don't have everything you need, all right, because hey man, Yahweh Shem Shai set certain brothers up to take care of other brothers, man, because this thing is spiritual. And I'm not saying like, man, you gotta be out here begging. No, man, if you see a brother that's lacking something, he needs something, and you have it in your means, you're supposed to do that for that brother. You know, that goes on the lines of alms too. But you even have in Yasharala where brothers take this money literally like, I got this money, I gotta save this. But you're supposed to be responsible, so don't get me wrong and don't get me misconstrued. All right, you're supposed to be responsible and take care of things, take care of business. But if you have extra and you see another brother lacking, and the Lord puts it on your spirit to help that man and you don't, you're in violation, man. You know? Whether it's a brother or, matter of fact, because you got Esau, that's our brother, but I'm not talking about him. Okay? You might walk down the streets and see a bum on the sidewalk. You don't know who that guy is. You don't know if Yahweh Shem Shai is dealing with him. You don't know a book until you open it and read it, man. Which a lot of our people seem to forget. And they think, I'm in this doctrine. I got this doctrine. I got all these brothers around me. They helping me. They paying my bills and I'm fucked up. And then you might have a dude that, hey man, he might be unheard of or whatever. Not unheard of, but hey, how about Simeon Shah going to rise you as long as you're doing his bidding and you doing just keep that it have been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemies. So who is your neighbor? Your neighbor is your brother, a brother that's in the truth. All right? That's why a lot of brothers out here they be like, man, I hate the 2/3. Fuck the 2/3 and this, that, and the third, man. You know? But guess what? At one point in time, and I'm gonna use the word Gentiles, we were all Gentiles at one point in time, man. Okay? We were all Gentiles. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua seen fit to wake us up. So just because you being woken up doesn't mean that your ass is saved, niggas. That means that the Lord had a little type of mercy on you and he testing you out. Because everything got to be tried like gold in the fire. And I'm always going to use that, man. Because you got dudes like, yo, I'm this, I'm that. I'm saved, I'm the elect. Nigga, you not. But we coming into the time, we're in the time of Jacob's trouble. The government is shut down, man. You know? And you got a lot of dudes that come into this thing just to be for vain glory, man. To be seen amongst men, man. You know? To be seen amongst men. Which that's the total wrong spirit to come into. You know? And they try to come at dudes that they don't even know personally. They just heard something about them. You know? But hey, man, like I said, man, Yahweh Shem Shah controls this whole thing, man. God says, ye have heard that Salaki, ye have heard that it hath been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemies. Now check this out, this verse 44. So 4 is the number of mercy. So you got double mercy on this verse 44. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. All right? So I'm going to read that again. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you. So who's our enemies now? You got our women that's our enemies. You know? 2/3 of our people are our enemies. But did Yahweh Shah kill him when he came here? No. He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Matter of fact, let's grab that, man. It's the book of Luke. Luke chapter 23 and 24. All right. It's the book of Luke chapter 23 and 24. It says, and Pilate gave sentence that it should be as they required. And he released unto them him that for sedition and murder was cast into prison, whom they had desired, but he delivered Yahweh Shah to deliver Salakia. But he delivered Yahweh Shah to their Salakia. This is Luke chapter 23. And I'm gonna go to 23. It says, and they that were instant with loud voices requiring that he might be crucified, and the voices of them and of the chief priests prevailed. And Pilate gave sentence that it might be Salakia, that it might be as they required. Salakia, man, I'm trying to find a part where he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. You know? Salakia, just bear with me one second, Nakia. Salakia 23 and 34. Salakia Akim. I was a little off 23 and 34. All right, 23, 34. Here we go. It says, this is the book of Luke, chapter 23 and 34. It says, Then said Yahweh Shah, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And they parted his raiment and cast lots. So you know what? I think I'm going to start at verse 24. That's what the Spirit telling me to do. So this is the book of Luke, chapter 23 and 24. It says, And Pilate gave sentence that it should be as they required. And he released unto them him that for sedition and murder was cast into prison, whom they had desired, but he delivered Yahweh Shah to their will. All right, so he gave Yahweh Shah to whatever they wanted to do with him. It was basically, you know what, they wanted to put him to death because they wanted to be Yahweh Shah at that time. It says 26, And as they led him away, they laid hold upon one Simon and Cyrene, coming out of the and on him they laid the cross that he might bear it after Yahweh Shah, man. So yo, that right there is heavy, man. All right. So they laid the cross on them, so we gotta bear our cross. If we children of the Most High Yahweh, okay, and these brothers right here, that's why I say bear your cross. They put that cross on these brothers' back. But you got Simon or Simeon. It says Peter, a rock or a stone. And guess what? Apostle Gabar did a lesson talking about the stone. So if you in this thing, you gotta be hard as a rock, man. You know, stone. We'll say like flint, you know. This says Peter, a rock or a stone. Simon Peter, okay? He was hard. He was a hard dude, man. All right? And you got a Cyrenian. Salakia, let me get that. Native of Cyrene, all right, whatever. But coming out of the country, and on him they laid the cross that he might bear it after Yahweh Shah, man. So, yo, that cross was passed on. That was spiritual right there, you know, because everything that Yahweh Shah went through, Peter had to go through, man. And everything that Yahweh Shah went through, we have to go through. It says no servant is better than no servant is better than his master. So if you have a master, you have to go through the same things that your master went through for you to get to that master level, man. You know? And you have to use judgment and things of that nature, man. Because you have people right now that don't use that. You know? They be like, yo, man, he ain't in the truth. He don't know no scriptures. You don't know what the fuck that man know until you talk to him, man. That's why it says bid everyone to the marriage. And these niggas think that, yo, I go out every week. I come home, do sit downs. But when you out about during the week, you know, and you on your Clark Kent, you still can speak to people. And if the Spirit compels you to put it on that brother, you do that, man. You do that. Verse 27 says, And there followed him a great company of people and of women, which also bewailed and lamented him. But Yahushua turning unto them said, Daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves, for your children. So, yo, that's the spirit we're supposed to be in. Don't cry for me because of what I'm going through. Cry for yourselves. Why? Because you don't know what Yahweh has planned for your ass, man. It could be salvation or it could be destruction. You know, he said, weep. Matter of fact, let's read that again, man. But Yahweh turning unto them said, Daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For behold, the days are coming in the which they shall say, Blessed are the barren, and the wombs that never bear, and the paps which never gave suck. Then shall they begin to say, The mountains fall on us, and to the hills cover us, man. So that's coming into the time of year now, man. You know? Because why the hell would you want to have a child right now in this time that we living in? Why would you want to have a child? That's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Knowing you coming into the time of Jacob's trouble, and it's a high risk that you might have to eat that child. Thus saith the Bible, man. The scriptures tell you about that in Deuteronomy. You know, when the woman's eye going to be evil to her children that came out of her womb, which already happened before. So nothing's new under the sun, man. Right? It says, then shall they begin to say to the mountains, fall on us, and to the hills cover us. For if they do these things in a green tree, which shall be done in the dry. And there was there were also two other malefactors led with him to be put to death. See that? Two other male figures was being led with Yahweh outside to be put to death, man. All right, but only one of them got it. So this lets you know you don't know who is who, man. You treating people like shit. Because you got dudes that go on the highways and byways, so you might say, yo, this is my brother. And at the end of the day, he's a 2/3. It says, verse 33, and when they were come to the place which is called Calvary, there they crucified him, the malefactors, one on the right hand and the other on the left hand. Then said Yahushua, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And they parted his raiment and cast lots, man. All right? So they parted his raiment and cast lots. So they tore his clothes and cast lots. Like, yeah, I did this to him and this, that. Like you know how on some hood shit, like a nigga rock somebody and all that. And then they want to split up his enterprise if he had so. You know, like, yo, I'm going to take this nigga chain because I did this, and I'm going to take his sneakers, and I'm going to take all this and that. That's what they was doing here to Yahweh. And they was betting on that. So they was cashing out, flipping coins and all that, man. Being wicked-ass niggas. But, yo, and all that, Yahweh said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do, man. And the women was crying for Yahweh. He said, don't cry for me, cry for yourselves. And he was going to be put to death. Come on, man. Verse 44 again, man. This is back in Matthew chapter 5 and 44. It says, but I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you. So what's doing good to them that hate you? Gospel. Giving them the gospel. Gospel is what? Good news. All right? You give them the gospel. That's doing good. Give them that good news. Okay? To them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. And yo, Luke chapter 23, 24 to 34 is a perfect example of that, man. It says, verse 45, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven, for he maketh the sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. So, hey, man, you got a thing called the wheat and the tares. The parable of the wheat and the tares. Say it again, like that, you don't know who is who. All right? So you play your part. You like the scriptures say, if at all possible, live peace among men. While people, because the flesh kicks in, yeah, we all get hot-headed at times, man. You're like, man, fuck this. You know? I want the destruction to come now because I'm going to kill this person. I'm going to kill that person. No. All right? No. You should want to heal your people first, man. But at the same token, hey, you got to rebuke brothers that go off. And that's being righteous. But when you rebuke somebody, you got to hear the whole matter, not just a one-sided thing. Because you got a lot of, and yo, man, I'm going to put this out there because it's the truth. You got a lot of dudes that's supposed to be in the truth that's of a high stature. That's an elder, you know? That's of an elder um stature that's been around for a long time and still make unrighteous decisions because they forgot that one thing. Hear the whole matter. Because you got some dudes, they just crafty. They might get the ear of an elder or an apostle and just get in his ear. Yo, man, you know, this brother did this, he did that, this, and then the brother gets kicked out of wherever he at, you know? Because you got wicked niggas that's in this thing, man. Wicked as hell, you know? It says that ye may be the children of your Father, which is in heaven. So what is our Father? Our Father is long suffering, man. Long suffering and righteous in all his judgments. You know? Not being on some fast temper shit. Yo, this nigga did this to me. I gotta get back at him. No, man. You let Yahweh Shah fight your battles. And don't be carnal, man. We're spiritual men. You know? We're spiritual men. Verse 45 again says, that ye may be the children of your Father, which is in heaven. For he maketh the sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. All right, so the Lord, the sun going to rise on the evil and the wicked, and it's going to go down on them too, man. Is that our decision? No, it's our Shah's decision. So you gotta play your part in this movie of his, man. All right, verse 46 says, "For if ye love them which love you, what reward have you, man?" So if you go, that's like, yo, man, Yahweh Shah was hated, man. You know, and guess what? He went and spoke to those people that hated him, being, if you could call it today, being the 2/3, man. He went out there and spoke and did his job, you know, so the blood wouldn't be on his hands. But dudes nowadays, they don't even want to do that, man. It says, "For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye?" So if you go out here and speak at everybody that agree what you believe in, what reward is it for you? Because you be like, yo, them brothers love you. Yo, I feel the love for them brothers. That means you a weak-ass nigga and you can't feel rejection, man. When Yahweh Shah was rejected, he said, if the world hated Jew, it hated me before you, man. You know? If the world hated Jew, if the world hated you, it hated me before you. So the world, what's the world, this society, the system that we living in? But you got brothers, man. Yo, it's a lot of crafty dudes out here, man. That's why it says, be not deceived, man. Let every man be persuaded in his own mind, man. Work out your own salvation also with fear and trembling, man. Not just listening to what a brother said. That's why, see, like, listen, man, when the apostles speak, and they always said this, man, don't just take my words, brother. Go look it up for yourself. But you got dudes that just take it and be like, yo, man, the apostle said this. And, yo, maybe, brothers just coming in. So you might see a brother or apostle might be mad at that time. He's snapping. Because look how long they've been up there. They be like, yo, fuck you, Esau, and fuck this, and fuck that, and pussy this, and yo, and then you'll have a dude that just coming in and just see that message, and he might be a high-headed dude like, yo, man, I saw the apostle do it. Yo, I'm going to base my whole doctrine on that. But they never seen the apostle calm. You know? Never seen him calm. Edifying. That's what this thing is about, man. You know? So I'm going to read that again, man. Verse 46 says, "For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans them the same?" So the publicans, they did the same. They only wanted to be around people like-minded that thought like them. Like, yo, man, I believe this, you know? But we here to heal, man. Heal our people. Through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Shah, spread this word, man. You know? It says, verse 47, "And if ye salute your brethren only, what do you more than others?" Salakia, and if ye salute your brethren only, what do you more than others? Do not even the publicans so? So if you only saluting your brother, man, then you're not trying to talk to other people. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Because this word has to be spread throughout all four corners of the earth, man. All four corners. So if you only saluting a person that you think is in the truth, so guess what? Prime example. What happens when that brother falls out? You gonna do the niggerly thing. Oh, you know, fuck that nigga. He never was in the truth anyway. You know, I should have never saluted the nigga. That's a bitch ass nigga, man. You know? It's a bitch ass nigga. And you got dudes that do that. A lot of dudes that's in this truth, man, they only in it just to, like it was a song, just to get a rep. These niggas is only in the truth just to get a rep, to try to make a name for themselves, man. They not in it for Yahweh Shem outside. The publicans, what's that? A politician. That's a nigga that goes around. Hey, what's up, brothers? I'm GMS. I'm HOC. I'm ISUPK. I'm this. But it ain't about the doctrine. The doctrine starts with the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, who taught us this truth, man. Going back further than that to Abba Bivens, man. All right? Going back to Abba Bivens. But you got dudes that do that bullshit. The publicans. That's what a lot of niggas is, man. You know what? Let's look that word up. Publicans. That's what my spirit's on right now. Matthew 5 and 47. Get the word publicans, which is a renter or farmer of taxes among the Romans, usually a man of equestrian rank. Oh, I probably pronounced it wrong. A tax gatherer, collector, or taxes or tolls, one employed by a publican or farmer general in the collection of taxes. The tax collectors were as a class detested not only by the Jews but by other nations also, both on account of their employment and of the harshness, greed, and deception with which they did their job. So, yo, man, it was on the greed, deception in which they did their job. So, yo, man, you got these politicians, what they do. They tell you what you want to hear, man. They tell you what you want to hear. They're not telling you the truth. They're telling you what you want to hear, man. And what type of friend is that? That's not a friend. All right? That's not a friend. If you can't tell a brother, and I don't give a fuck, like, listen, man, you had the Apostle Paul, which was one of the lower ranking apostles compared to the Apostle Peter. Apostle Peter was number one. Apostle Paul was the low man, but Apostle Paul got him Peter ass when he felt as though Peter was wrong. You know? But you have to filter it and go with the scriptures, because you got a lot of dudes, you got a lot of ass kissers in Israel, bottom line, man. You know? If the Lord put the spirit on you to do something, you do it. And it just better be the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And how you going to know it's the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? Because it's going to be according to these scriptures. If not, hey, man, you a wicked ass nigga, man. You know? You're a wicked ass nigga. So verse 47, it says, and if ye salute your brethren only, what do you more than others? Do not even the publicans do so? So what the publicans do, the tax collectors, they come to get their money and everything. So they only try and kick it with you if you got their money. They only try and kick it with you if you're talking to them and all that. You know? Oh, you agree with the same thing I agree with, man. You on the same type time I am. No, man. You know? You have to talk to more people than just you think that's in the truth. Shalom, ma yabashim yosai bashim das brakatah. It's my brother right there, man. So you have to talk to more people then you think just is in the truth. Because we're not Yahweh or Yahweh Shah. You know, we in this thing for what? To hopefully be delivered out of this place. But it's a lot more like the brother that I used to labor with, man. The Lord's will, everything is good with that brother, and y'all about him outside, you know, bless and comfort him and keep him, you know. But you know, we in this thing for to make it out of here. So this ain't about politics. This is about the scriptures, man. The words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, not what a man told you. And now let me rephrase that because they'll be like, oh, they be like, he said, not what a man told you. Yeah, the apostles of GMS are men, and yes, they did teach us. So they're teaching us out the scriptures, which I met Apostle Tahar personally, and I'm gonna keep reiterating this to Yasser Allah. And now all the bad things that people say about Apostle Tahar is a bunch of bullshit. That man is genuine, man. You know? And the men under him, you got snakes underneath a leader, man. Why? Because they're not spiritual men. And Apostle Tahar is in no form, shape, fashion a snake. He's a genuine man, and he's about Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And if you can't see that in that man's spirit, then you full of shit. And you not a man of the Lord, man. Anyway, verse 48. It says, but ye therefore perfect, even as your father. Slakia. Verse 48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father, which is in heaven, is perfect. So, yo, man, we trying to be perfect. Perfect meaning be complete and complete your path, man. You know? That's why I'm glad y'all by some outside basically got me by myself, man. Because I'm a dude, like, I like being alone. I hate being around motherfuckers. If it's too many people in the room, I'm stepping out. Because I don't want to be around y'all motherfuckers. Because that brings too much drama, bullshit, and egos and all that. I'd rather just be me and Yahweh by Sim Yahushua. That's it. Fuck that. You know? I can't take too much of niggas around me because then you get all these people trying to be in your ear, nitpicking and all that shit. I don't got time for that, man. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's it, man. That's the bottom line. And if brothers can't get that, hey, man, the problem is within you. All right? And you better fast, pray, or do whatever you have to do to speak the Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to get your point across and pray and hope that he delivers you. All right? Because it ain't no guarantee. Yo, I'm going to tell you this. Only guarantee is that your ass is going to the grave, man. Only guarantee that your ass going to the grave. You know? Only guarantee right now is that the kingdom is coming. The kingdom is coming. Another guarantee, Esau kingdom is falling, which you can see. But you got a lot of dudes out here, man. Hey, man, they like, what the fuck is wrong with Israel? Bickering, bitching. Just do the fucking work. Do the work, teach, and fuck the bullshit, man. Brothers got personal grudges against each other, man. Don't even know people personally. And I'm just going through the spirit with this, man. You know? Brothers got grudges with somebody. Yo, niggas get carnal in Yasser Allah, man. Telling people, I'm gonna come fuck your family up and this. Yo, when did Yahweh Shah say that, man? When he was here. And he put his enemy's ear back on his head after Peter cut it off. And that's a perfect example. But you got niggas now, yo, I got my strap, fuck that. I'm licensed to carry. The fuck out of here, man. Our weapons of warfare are not carnal. At all. This is all about Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And you better, it says if it's all, if at all, oh shit. if at all possible, live peaceably among men, man. You know? And I'm going to say it again about the wheat and the tares. You don't know who is who, man. And you're going to feel fucked up if you treated a man in the Lord like shit, because it says, if you offend one of his little ones, man, he on your ass. And you might be a dude that think like, yo, man, I'm this guy. You know, I got this many subscribers and I'm teaching this many people. Yo, the Lord is not a respecter of person, my man. You know? When Yahweh Shem Yahweh Salaki, when Yahweh Shah was walking the earth, he told you even the foxes have holes and the birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head, man. So let that sink in, man. The Son of Man has no place to lay his head, and you got dudes with nice homes and all that. Then you try to come at a brother. You don't know how the fuck a brother's living, man. But this man is out here pushing that doctrine, and you might have a personal grudge with him. Hey, man, you got bums that's on the street, man. And I know from personal experiences speaking with them. Hey, man, the Lord can rise them up at the last minute. The same way he did that brother on matter of fact, let's go back to it. I'm going to see if I can get it real quick. Luke 23. This thing is serious, man. 34. This Luke chapter 23. I'm going to start at verse 35, continuing on from where I left off. It says, and the people stood beholding, and the rulers also with them derided him, saying, he saved others, let him save himself. Damn. Israel ain't shit. He saved others, let him save himself. If he be Hamashiach, chosen of the Most High. So they still coming at Yahweh Shai. He on the cross, man. Dying, bleeding out. They still talking shit. Hey, man, it's nothing new under the sun. No servant is greater than his master, man. So you're going to have martyrs, man. They're going to do the same shit to you. Oh, you was out there talking all that shit, and Yahweh Shai was this. Well, see if Yahweh Shai save your ass now, dumbass. You know? You're going to catch all that shit, man. That's the time we coming into. Verse 36 says, and the soldiers also mocked him, coming to him and offering him vinegar, and saying, if thou be the king of the Jews, save thyself. So if you be the king of the Jews, save yourself. And that's the soldiers, man. Yo, that's like you could fuck somebody up, a soldier, and he come and talking shit to you. You know? Verse 38 says, and a superscription also was written over him in letters of Greek. So damn, that's a cut. Greek and Latin and Hebrew. So that's how you know our people spoke all those languages, man. For these dumbasses like, oh, why don't you speak fluent Hebrew? And this, why don't you speak? Like, man, shut the fuck up, man. These niggas is retarded. It says in the subscription, super subscription also was written over him in the letters of Greek and Latin and Hebrew. This is the king of the Jews. Which, yo, the Jews spoke all those languages, man. So they all understood that. So why? So they can mock and laugh. It says, in one of the malefactors which were hanged, railed on him, saying, if thou be Hamashiach, save thyself and us. So that's a nigga that ain't believe, man. Why he says save thyself? If you the son of the Most High, save yourself and us. So he couldn't go through the pain. He just wanted to get the fuck up off that cross. He couldn't bear his cross, you know. Verse 40 says, but the other answering rebuked him, saying, doesn't not thou fear the Most High? Shalom, Ahmad, be strong. It says, But the other answering rebuked him, saying, Doesn't not thou fear the Most High, seeing thou art in the same condemnation, Salaki, seeing that they're in the same condemnation. So yo, this nigga, you niggas that still do this shit, you gonna be jacked up, you know, still trying to come at the Most High, man, talking shit, because that's the way our people are. It says, and we indeed justly, Salakia, yeah, and we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds. So yo, this guy right here, he wanted to repent basically. You know, he had remorse for the things that he did because he basically owned up to the things that he have did. So he was repenting last minute. You know, so that's how you know these are the last minutes now. You have brothers that never ever, um, knew about the Sabbath. You have brothers that never knew about the high holy days or the Passover and all that. Like I'm pretty sure this dude that was hanging on the cross next to Yahweh Shai didn't know, but he believed, man. So we're prisoners of hope. It says, and we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds. But this man have done nothing amiss. So he knew that Yahweh Shai was innocent, man. The same way we're like no servant is greater than his master. So you have a lot of our people, well, the elect are going to be innocent in this right now to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability, you know, and the people that believe at the last minute. Hey, you got to elect that's going to believe at the last minute. Okay. It says, and he said unto Yahweh Shai, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, Verily, truly, all right, verily means truly, I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise, man. So, hey, man, the Lord say that dude last minute, man. He said, and it was about this, I'm going to stop it right there, 43. It says, and Yahweh Shai said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt be, Shalakia, today shalt thou be with me in paradise, man. You know? So, hey, man, you don't know who is who. And I'm going to keep saying that. Because you got dudes that really think, man, that like, you got dudes that think, like the Christian church, that them dudes is saved, man. We coming into that time, all things are going to be revealed. 2019, the year of Karagma. All right? 2019, the year of Karagma. But you're going to see what it is, man. And with that, man, I hope that this lesson was edifying. I hope it made sense. Hope I wasn't rambling too much and got right to the point, you know. Like you brothers gotta use balance, use wisdom, and use discretion. All right? Shalom. To the next lesson, I'm gonna say shalom.